it, so sorry if you can't hear me. Out of that pocket, I gotta be quiet because there's people hunting around here. Out of that hole, I might have said out of that pocket, oops. I get another piece of that same pocket knife. I think when I get back home to Michigan, I'll be able to reassemble that thing. I think I'll have all the parts finally. I got a piece of the brass scale yesterday. Now this is the inner piece that the scale would have attached to. You can see the pin right here. Maybe you can. I don't know, it's kind of dark up here today. Right there by my thumbnail is the pin that the scale would have attached to. Anyway, that's the first hole for today. Hopefully we find some goodies like yesterday. Alright, so my tripod mount is broken on my camera. We're going to fix that tonight. So you might be a little shaky for the rest of the day because I can't use my tripod. But out of that hole, last fall I believe, I found the back to one of these buttons, like it was in a previous video, just the last video. I found the back section of it, and it's the same as the buttons that are in my intro. And I said I wanted to set out to find every single button that came off of this coat. And I found the back of one last fall, and I searched for the top. Well, I didn't find it. Guess what I found today? The front half of that three-piece button. And I know you can't see that real well, and it's already starting to fall apart in my hand here. I got the rim. But that is the same. I will clean it up tonight and get pictures so you can see it all clean. I just don't want to, I say this 100 times in my videos, but I don't clean a lot out in the field because I don't want to lose pieces out in the field. But I can see enough of it to know that one is the same type of button that I've been digging up here all along. Anyway, we'll get back to you on the next. Well, out of that hole, I got really no idea what this little dude is. Rang up an 85 on the AT Max. I'm thinking it's like it's broken right there. I'm thinking it's like the end of like a motorcycle brake or clutch, but I don't remember them having a hole in the bottom like that. Which maybe they do. I don't know, I've never climbed underneath my brake handle on my motorcycle to see if there's a hole in the bottom of it. But it almost started cleaning up like silver, like the black would, break through to a silvery, which I mean chrome I guess would do the same thing. However, I don't know. I'm not going to know until I get that washed up a little bit, if that's off of a motorcycle brake or clutch, or if it's something different. When it first popped out of the dirt down here, I thought it was a hang knob, but it's way too small to be a hang knob. And they wouldn't be silver. They'd be brass or chrome or whatever type metal that is, aluminum. Who knows, because it could be any year. But we all rode back in here back in the day. Other people rode back in here. Hundreds probably over the past, since this house site was here. But I'll get that cleaned up and find out what it is. Hey everybody. I was digging this hole out. I got some of the dirt pulled out over here and I was scanning it. It started out ringing a 60. And I opened up the hole and it was ringing up a 76. And then I dug some more out of it and I was ringing up an 85. It's probably a jar lid, knowing my luck. But look what we got laying right there. We got a little glass button in the sidewall. It's a match to the one I found yesterday. Of course, it'll be a week by the time you see the video because they won't post together. It's just smaller. I love finding these things. You can't detect them. You just gotta have an eye and keep an eye out and watch for them. That's what I love about it. It's kind of, luck of the draw whether you find them or not. Anyway, back to whatever's down there. It was just a ratty old square nail. That's the only thing that really sucks about this site. I mean, I love square nails. But this entire house fell in and burned. So they're all here. And it laid undisturbed for close to 100 years before I found it. So I couldn't tell you how many of these I've dug out of there. Too many. Alright, well that's twice now. I have gotten a fabulous signal for a very crusty, corroded nail. And in the hole was a glass button. This one still has some fabric on the back. It's mixed in with the mud, and I'm afraid to clean the mud off because then the fabric's going to come off. Not like it's going to survive. Oh, there it goes. It's not like it's going to survive anyway, but that one's even smaller than the other one. So it's 3 different sizes of that 4-hole glass button that I've dug out of here. And I wouldn't have dug the hole if it wasn't for the crusty round or crusty square nail that gave me such a good signal. Sometimes they can ring up anywhere from 30s to 80s, and it's all that crusted up corrosion. All of that makes it sound so nice. You can barely tell it was a nail inside there. But I've probably dug 1,000 of these the whole time that I've been doing this house site. I mean, I've done this site over the course of several years because I only get to come here in the spring and in the fall. But I have to concentrate on it this time because it possibly may sell. And if it sells, and I don't know if the new landowner is going to let me come back here or not. The current landowner has been great. He lets me come here anytime I want. And he even comes up here. I mean, you can see he bulldozed it for me so I could get a little deeper. But he's been really good to me over the years. And you know, I don't know the new landowner that well, so. But yeah, that's another glass button to add to the collection. There's a whole case that's just for this house site. So that one will go in it. On to the next.